Roden, hello, welcome to the stream. Hefferson, give me a moment, let me finish some of the setting ups, and then we can get started. Alright, it's gonna be a bit of a wonky setup. Alright, get my keyboard and mouse out of the way. Freaky Fresh Bean, hello. Xenix, hello. Alright. Will you be making a mech out of this set? Probably not. I've got a question. Ask away. Alright. Knee face, hello. Oh god. I was super hyped for this set. Less so now. I think the hype for like it has died down a bit. You're so great, thanks. Trollface, yes, I lottery just watched the review of this. Lottery? I assume you meant literally. Okay, exotic memes, hello, hello. This is one of the few sets that I have remained sort of unspoiled for. I have like very little idea of how it's actually built. It's actually quite rare for me. Usually if a set is like, you know, something that I'm gonna get for a project, I will probably just like look up as soon as I can like how it's built and the pieces in it and things like that. I know I'm not doing anything with this set, so I've remained sort of unspoiled for this, which is very exciting. When will your next video of mechs of 2 sets? I do not know. Ooh, big box of wings, I assume. Alright, let me just dump this whole thing out. Ooh. Oh, didn't get an envelope. I guess we have no stickers to worry about. Should I? I think I should probably open the instructions on the screen. I haven't done this in a while, so I've completely forgotten how I like to do this. This is a big like cloak piece for the Baron. Your latest alt build is amazing. Thanks. You have more G-Witch kits, I see. I do. I got these G-frames. And this is the Damashi Caliban, which to my surprise is not the best Caliban. To my surprise, the best Caliban is kind of the HG. I did not like the G-frame as much as I liked the G-frame Aerial. And this thing is all kinds of over-engineered. I still love it. There are things that it does that are better than the other two, but it's kind of my feelings about it are more mixed than I thought it would be. Alright, let me just lay all this out. 8, 6, 9, 7, 5. 1, 2. Alright. Oh. Alright. I want Dune set so bad. It's out today. I'm trying to make my own mech. And I need better, stronger swivel for the hips. What can you recommend? I have... I've got nothing. I kind of like... I don't really use very exotic techniques for my joints, and as far as it goes, the joint that exists are the joints that exist, and you get into like a weird like the bigger the mech, the stronger the joints, the bigger the joints, the bigger the mech sort of spiral, and that's a problem that Lego hasn't fully solved. Well, they solved by like putting in less joints so that it's less unstable, or like if I still want the same amount of joints, I still kind of don't know what to do, but we'll see. I might be able to figure it out like eventually. The Kai climbing mech, that was just like officially revealed yesterday. Got me really excited. I'm also very nervous because pistons have finally returned officially, um, and I wonder if they can be used to sort of strengthen stuff. All right, okay. I have a question for you. Is it hard to think of mech designs and stuff? Define hard. I know that that's like a bit of a. Oh God, is there? There literally isn't. Okay, there's gotta be. It's not here. I was looking for like the code of the set, but it's not. Ooh, Mike Psyche has a forward. Oh, fantastic. All right, give me a moment. Yep. Lord Garmy, yo, sup, everyone? How you doing today? I'm doing okay. Are you excited for the new Kung Fu Panda movie? Kind of not. It looks kind of boring to me. Yeah. I wish I was more excited, but I'm kind of not. All right. It looks. How should I say this? I feel like maybe it's just like it's sort of early in production. They haven't quite finished all of the rendering and stuff, but it looks kind of like the quality of the animation looks like it's not as good as I'm used to with Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. How long does it take to make one average size mock? Average sized mock. I'm trying to think of what I would consider to be average size. How did your Team Groot turn out? I am shelving that project. Okay, so on average, I put out one project a month. Some of it is bigger, some of it is smaller, but it's on average, it's one project a month. I hope that helps. There's gotta be a better way for me to do this. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm trying to like organize how things look on my screen so that I can see chat and also the instructions at the same time. Alright, okay, I think I figured it out. Alright, gotta remember to do this next time so that stream is less fiddly when I do it and we don't have a bunch of dead time of me just like not doing anything on screen. Why do you have 3 Gundam Calibans in the background? I just really like the Caliban. It's one of my favorite Gundam designs in years, which is why I have a bunch of them. Alright. Does this work? Alright, come on. Walk with me. Alright. Is this okay? Ah. What's your favorite build that you've made? I'm kind of fond of my builds that are less popular. Like I really like that Reinhardt that people don't care as much about, and like or like sort of like the things that you think about when you think about me. Of those, probably Nia. I really love that Nia that I made. All right, okay. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong. Okay, should be okay. I think. We'll see. All right. You can start building now. All right. I'm just gonna make a mistake on my very first step, which would be very embarrassing. Hmm. All the old builds and mocks are amazing. Ah, thank you, Exotic Memes. Easebrick, hello. Welcome to the stream. Alright, it looks like we're going to build like a big long handle first. We can do that. Here's a question. Will I be able to finish this in one sitting? On stream? Because my hands are still kind of wonk. Really need to go for like a proper medical checkup. Hopefully nothing is like too severely permanently damaged. But I have been taking kind of a break from building for a little bit. I decided to combine my two War Machine mechs, and I think they turned out great. Thanks for the inspiration. I actually saw yours. I think they look pretty good. The thing with those mechs is that like they've kind of won me over. I was really hesitant. Well, maybe hesitant is the wrong word. I took the limb pieces for what they are, right? And I thought, alright, this is not going to, make too much of a difference for me. Like, but I found them like surprisingly versatile and useful. And I'm really excited to see when, people do things with those bricks that are not just like limbs. How much time do you think it will take for you to build that? This? We'll see. This might take a couple of hours, but not too long. Probably less than 5. Question's going to be if I'm gonna be able to do it all on stream, or if I'm going to get like sort of like tired and stop prematurely. William, hello. What's the biggest mech you made? Probably the Hulkbuster. I don't think I have or will ever make something as big as the Hulkbuster again. Yeah. Actually, let me put a pin in that. I've got a couple of projects that are pretty big, but might not be as challenging as the Hulkbuster. I was kind of worried I wouldn't be able to make it look good with the limited bricks and joints, but I like how I made mine mechanical looking in a way. Nice. I'm always glad when, I'm always glad to hear that people sort of are able to overcome their fears and like the resistance that comes with like starting out a project. Because I feel that way every day. You never don't feel it, and that's just like part of the skill that you have to build up. Just like an ability to deal with the fears that comes with starting a new project. Of like, oh, I'm scared that it won't look as good as I want it to look. All right. Okay. Just finished your Bumblebee Optimus Prime. I love how it looks. Thank you. How long have you been doing mocks? What advice would you give to someone new to mock building? I've kind of been doing this like my whole life. I started posting, like a couple of years ago. What advice you give to someone new to mock building? I guess like if it's general advice you're looking for, like this applies for more than just mock building. This applies to really any skills or creation, or like you want to get into creative work of any sort. That like understand that like dealing with your emotion is part of the skill sets, and that everybody has this fear of like of the I think of it as like the horrors of the blank canvas, right? And just be open to rebuilding a lot. It's going to be tedious. It's not going to work out the first time around, but Sometimes if you really want to just like, if you're in my position where it's kind of like professional obligations, I guess, or like you have to do it like to if you there are any other skills where you need to get good at for like a job or like for school, right? Set a timer, right? And I find that that usually helps with the fear. You feel like, oh, all right, 20 minutes is manageable, and whatever I get done in 20 minutes, I'll be able to take a break, right? And I find that I actually get more done in 20 minutes than I think. And once I get started, usually, uh, I don't stop at 20 minutes, and I just keep going. Uh, Once you have some kind of momentum, and you are occupied, you have immediate problems to be occupied with, rather than the sort of broad overarching fear. Mm. I have to buy another two because I really want yours on my shelf. You can take yours apart and build mine, and then take mine apart and build yours again. It's like the beauty of Lego. Uh, I've got an idea for one of your alt builds. It's okay if you're unable to do it, but you should make a cool Deadpool or Marvel action figures. But I'm always looking out for opportunities to do like alt builds and stuff. As far as Deadpool goes, if they make a Deadpool figure and stars aligned, and there are other sets that I can think of to use to supplement it, I'll make a Deadpool in the style of my Iron Man. Hopefully, you know, better articulated. But as far as those things go, like the priority is display, I feel. What's your favorite Lego set? This might be my favorite Lego set if it doesn't horrifically disappoint me. But like this might be a contender. We'll see how it goes. Uh, but other than this, like the answer that I usually give is the Cardass Dragon, an old Bionicle set. This part will form the lever to make the wings flap. Okay, all right. I love that they're giving like more notes in instructions. That feels really good. Um, I wonder if there's been some internal push to do that, but also if they can also like nail down all of the errors, that would be great. Um, yeah, the Voltron set is like a fantastic model. It might be one of the best idea sets of all time. Um, what other things would qualify for like my favorite sets? I really love like Jay's mech. I just love how that thing look, and like um, the new Lloyd mech's really grown on me. But yeah, it's gonna depend on like when you ask me. Like I've got a lot of like recency bias when other people ask me like what my favorite sets are. I tried combining my Thanos and Hulk mech, but it ended up looking like Minecraft per lol. It's hard to design a mech with such different colors. Have you ever had a problem with colors on a model? Oh yeah. I mean like my Hainu, I kind of like entirely disregard like all of the teal bricks. But I really wish I could have used it. Oh yeah, I have a recent example of this, which is the other day I dug out my Toothless project again, and I think that Toothless project is dead. It's dead. Because I like one of the problems with that project is that there are like apart from all of the pink, a bunch of like the functional bricks, like brackets and bricks with stud on the side, are in light gray or dark gray, and usually with like sort of like mechanical like mocks, like a robot or something, it's fine. Like light gray, dark gray adds texture and detail. With Toothless, it looks really bad. For Toothless to have random splotches of like dark gray and light gray among black, so I'm just shelving that project. That's out. Actually, like color is like a really, was like it's a problem that I had to deal with for Nia. Actually, Nia has like a bunch of problems, like a bunch of colors I need to balance. She has like 4 different blues, a bunch of different like accents and neutrals, and like usually I can just like focus on the primary colors, and like once I place the primary colors like sort of nicely, everything else would sort of like fall into place. But I have to be very intentional with where I place neutrals and accent on Nia. Mm. I would buy that set if only to turn into UCS Black Panther Dragonflyer. Funny you said that because when the Black Panther Dragonflyer came out, I was thinking of like getting that set to make a Dune Ornithopter. Um, didn't happen. I had to prioritize other things, and that thing never went on as deep a sail as I wanted to be. So I never ended up doing that. But yeah, I think that those things have like shall we say, a similar design heritage. Um, you're gonna have like common DNA, like they are like two ends of the same evolutionary chain, so to speak. All right. What's your best alt build you ever made? I don't think I get to decide that. um, yeah. This the tail forms the handle to hold the vehicle, so it's important that it's super strong. I can imagine. Oh, nice. Alright. Are you gonna build any other Transformers? I would love to. I haven't been able to find the time, but yeah, that's on the docket. I feel like I want to do more unconstrained builds in general, but like it takes. Ooh, very exciting. It requires me to have like an organized. Oh, okay. Missed out on that. Alright, I should probably build. Who's this? Is this Paul? I think this is Paul. Because he has no beard. So this is probably Paul. Yeah. I don't know about this hair for Paul. It's fine. Uh, these are extras, I think. Alright, fantastic. Let's keep going. Ooh, HDMI cable is in the shot. Let's just move that out of the way. Is this the Dune set? Yes it is, Solo Art. Do you have a strong opinion on Lego minifigures? Looking at your channel, you usually talk about models and not the minifigures. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you talked about the figure of the UCS Hulkbuster. I can talk about the UCS Hulkbuster minifigure for a little bit, but yeah, I generally don't really care for minifigures. But like, I kind of like the model that I think they're coming back. They're doing again, which is nice. Which is like, there's like for the really big set, you can include like a really nicely done minifigure, and that can be like the first time you can get it. But then if you wait a bit, they'll put that minifigure in the cheaper sets for you to get, and that'll be great. I can enjoy a nice minifigure, but I don't really go out of my way to get them, and I find it a little bit bizarre. Maybe not bizarre. Bizarre is the wrong word. I find it unrelatable for me personally when I feel like there are people who treat sets just as like minifigure packs and like judge it entirely based on how good a minifigure pack it is and how much of an inconvenience the rest of the set is. Um, and I just like that kind of breaks my brain. I'm like, all right, like not to yuck somebody else's yum. It's just like a point of view I can't really relate to. As far as like the UCS Hulkbuster set is concerned, I kind of love them for what they did. Um, I know that might be a bit of a controversial opinion, but like it's a non-figure that I don't care about at all, and if you also don't care about it, it's $50 off of your Hulkbuster if you can sell it, right? So I feel like it's almost like a built-in discount, and then like all of the people who are completionists and like speculators can go and look for it, right? But like if you are somebody who like just like love minifigures for like the art form that they are and like the how they look, you can completely just let it go past, right? So I kind of like this is great because I kind of feel like it's like an anti-cynical move, which I kind of love when companies are able to do that. And yeah, I kind of understand people who feel like, oh, I have every minifigure, and there's like a particular joy to like a sort of completionist joy. But as far as like, oh, if you're gonna have that completionist joy anyway, it's like, spend $50 for a minifigure, and that's just gonna, it's going to be like that sometimes. uh, is it nighttime or daytime for you? It is 12. It's 12 noon for me. What was that Toothless mock about? Like How to Train Your Dragon Toothless? Yeah, I was making. I wanted to make a How to Train Your Dragon Toothless out of the Dreams, like villain set. Like the first wave villains have like those like wings, which has a bit of pink in them, but like we haven't seen those wings in like a black color or like, those wings at all. I think in a long time, and I thought, oh, close enough. Let's see if I can make a Toothless out of it. Somebody else ended up like Tung Le made one. So you guys can check him out if you want to see one. That's also like another reason why I feel like I probably don't need to make one. Somebody else has already done it. Yeah. I think you should build the Dragon Zord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That might never happen. I like the Dragon Zord just as like it in itself, but like because it doesn't really integrate with like the way it integrates with the rest of the Zords, I find kind of like annoying. I don't know how to deal with those like gigantic knee pads. I just don't want to deal with it. Daizujin though, I might do that one day. You're Ransom, big fan. Oh, thanks Smash Library. Stop motion productions. Are you going to make any kaiju from Pacific Rim? Probably not. Minifigures are like frosting to a set. According to Mike Psyche, which I quite like. I did not realize that he said that. Yeah, I would agree with that. I, I, I kind of love when they ask Mike about like, oh, like what other side builds and or a stand. I think somebody asked something about a stand, and Mike's like, nah, I this is like, when you buy a set, I want you to get like the most bang out of your buck, or at least like he says something along the lines of like he likes to get the most like out of his set of like, oh, just give me the most, like just put all of the money in the main build, and that's what he wants, and so he designed the set with like, just put all of the money in the build, which I kind of appreciate. I kind of appreciate a good stand as well, but I kind of love Mike for that because that's how I feel about mechs sometimes. It's just like this stand, which is not even like an aerial stand. We have like display bases and like the hanger for May's mech, which I can imagine really loving as a kid. But like even as a kid, I can imagine me also feeling like why can't you just put more money into the mech? Because like I would just want like a nice like big build. If you have unlimited money, what would your dream Lego project be? Me personally, I would want to make a huge Avengers compound. I want to make me a Daizujin, like the original Megazord. That's one of my favorite like mech designs of all time. I told myself that if I am able to put out like the Hulkbuster and it's a big success, that I would get myself the Flame Toys Daizujin, like the Megazord, and then I ended up not getting, and now I feel like, oh god, it's super expensive now, and I kind of don't want to pay like $800 for that thing, but like I really love how that thing looks. That might be like one of my favorite, like I know I say that a lot, but I just really love these things. And it's difficult for me to pick favorites, which is why I say it's one of my favorites a lot. But like that Flame Toys Daizujin, the Flame Toys Megazord really is like one of my favorite mech designs of all time. That thing looks beautiful. Have you ever created your own Lego mech? I have. I called. Off the top of my head, I made at least two. I called them Vanilla Blue and Chocolate Red, because I think I kind of have like boring sensibilities when it comes to like mech designs. Like, I yeah. I think I should like try more like interesting proportions and stuff. But I always get pulled by like just sort of like classic. I say classic, sort of like normal proportions that you are used to. Yeah, Solid Brick Studios has an interview with him. He uploaded a couple days ago where he talks about his thought process around minifig scale. I gotta go and look at that. I forgot that like, okay, maybe not forgot, but like I saw all of the interviews that came out at the time that the set was like revealed, and I don't remember him saying anything about this, or at least if he did in those interviews, I didn't like I didn't catch it. But like, yeah, there's probably a whole new wave of like interviews now. I'm gonna go try to catch those. I love Mike. Uh, mm. Have you ever considered making an RX-78 Gundam? Would love to see your take on it. Yeah, eventually. It's another one of those like projects where it's like, I need like a proper setup with like well sorted bricks in a studio, which I currently don't have. So yeah, that's where we are with that. Uh, so far, this is a whole lot of systems. I know Tiago called this like a Technic set in disguise, which honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm kind of super excited for all of the Technic. I've always had the image in my mind, but I don't know how to pull this off. The idea would be to build a Voltron style mech using 5 different mechs. Yeah. Okay, so number one, if you're going to actually do this, my advice would be try to make something small. Like don't make it Voltron size. Actually, we kind of have an example of this already. The Ultra combined mech thing, like the one of the first like Ninjago core waves. There's like a big combiner mech. I really love that thing. Um, yeah, like make it be like a vehicle combiner where the vehicle is just like a big block, right? Rather than have like a thing with a bunch of joints. Um, one of the things that like I think people don't really think about, or like I do kind of think that like mechs are uniquely difficult in terms of like you know designing the Lego model because like uh, okay, I'm gonna have to say this carefully, but I can't think of anything else that you like anything else in the realms of like systems Lego building where in order to engage with the set or the model you're kind of like actively tearing it apart and like all of the engineering required to like keep it together I feel in some ways is like a lot more demanding than other types of things, right? Like Lego has a very high standards in general for everything, but like when it comes to fan models, if you want to skimp on stability, I feel like it's a lot more easy to skimp on stability with other stuff. But you know, I might be entirely wrong about that. I've built a couple of like fan model cars, and they always survive the lack of. I don't want to say the lack of, just like sort of like they survive with do you know what I mean? Any thoughts on building Lego, Ray, Kwanzaa, or Sharon? I have no idea what those things are. Are you making a Gundam VDAR for your Barbatos? Not anytime soon. How long does it take usually to finish a Lego project? I put out a project every month or so. So about a month. Carrot 88 makes insane Lego Transformers mod. Carrot 88? Carrot 88 the Gundam reviewer? Or am I misremembering that? What made you want this your most anticipated set? I mean the functions look insane. I think these are like some of the most impressive functions I've ever seen on a set. And also I love Dune and I love the Ornithopter. The Ornithopter is like one of like my favorite things about the Dune movie because I feel like it's beautiful and elegant and exactly it's not necessarily exactly how I imagined it, right? But like the moment I see it, I feel like, yep, that looks perfect. That's exactly right. Which is like a thing that I feel about many aspects of that Dune movie, which is that everything looked right. Um, yeah. I generally don't like. I'm not like a big like. Oh, I I'm excited for like Lego to to. I I'm not big on collaborations and like uh, the way that I think a lot of people are very excited when they see Lego take on certain like themes. Uh, Mostly for like I think I'm totally misrepresenting this. Mostly I think for like minifigures, but like I kind of don't really care that much about minifigures, and so like this is a set where I'm really excited for like the functions of the set. I used the wrong brick for this part. All right. I don't really have big Lego mechs, so I don't have much experience building big mechs. So I think I'm going to take apart my Nia Dragon and use parts for some building practice. That sounds like a plan. All right. Put this back. I feel like Lego could make some 18 plus sets that are like a figurine that you have to build, like a mech in action pose or something like that, like a statue. I think Lego's moving more into statues. We'll see how it goes, but like, I feel like, actually I have no idea how well Chewbacca did, but I'm going to assume that like, there's going to be more things like Chewbacca in the coming years. Um, yeah, it might be like just like a Batman statue, right? Because everybody loves Batman, and I think Lego has found out that a lot of people are willing to spend a lot of money to make just like cool Lego furniture, basically. um, yeah. Oh, this is like all one piece. I've never seen this before. Uh, yeah. What's your favorite movie or show? My favorite movie is probably uh, the Social Network. Uh, just like I feel like just the stars aligned with that project. Like one of my favorite writers and directors working together, and they've never like collaborated again since, which is a shame because I really want to see what else they can do. All right, let me see. Right, this goes in here, and this goes. Where does this go? This goes here. Oh, this is for the landing gear. Okay. Did I do something wrong? This is not going in all the way. Alright. Probably did something wrong. Give me a moment to troubleshoot this. Is this the wrong length? No. Okay. Oh, okay. This is not supposed to go in there. Alright. So this goes here and this goes here. And okay. So 3 points of 3 things for me to line up. Alright. I can do this. 1. You know what? Okay, I will concede to this. I've never felt like uh, a Lego set has been like difficult to build. This is the first time I feel like you know what? That is kind of fiddly to like line up 3 like axle and pinhole connections, and none of them sort of like attaches. Ooh. Oh, look at that. All right, let me just take a second to look at this. So there is a 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So there's like a I don't know what these things are called. They're like concave quadrilateral here, and a second, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's a concave quadrilateral here, and a. Oh, okay. So this is just like a link. This is a linkage, and this is another linkage. Ooh. Okay. The fact that like these 2 things are like sort of like okay. Oh god. All right. If you think of like the main joint is this thing, right? And this is like a stopper. Um, the fact that these 2 things stop this thing at the same place is. I don't know how to figure out the math for that. I wonder if that just took like a whole bunch of like trial and error. That's super cool. All right, how could how would you feel if Lego made a 20 to 50 Transformer set based on old TV shows? I'll buy all of it. Exactly like Chewbacca, just with different things. I'd love an Iron Man form. Yeah, I think we'll see them. What is your best-selling mock? Is that also the one you're most proud of? My best-selling mock is the Hulkbuster, the big one. The one I'm most proud of is probably not that one, or maybe it is. I don't know. The Hulkbuster is like, how should I say this? There are things about the Hulkbuster that are very uniquely difficult, that are that I don't expect to see in other projects that I'll have to do, but I did like learn a bunch from it. What is the project I'm most proud of? Is it the Hulkbuster? The thing about the Hulkbuster is that it being big means that there are particular parts of it that are easier than anything else I've ever had to do. Because I just have space to work with. Um, that's a difficult question. Let me think on that for a little bit. As to like, what's the project I'm most proud of? Oh, oh, that's, that's genius. That's so good. All right. Have a moment here. Okay. Let me just like take this out again. Oh, that's what those were for. All right. Okay. So, this is incredible. There is like a half plate, like, right, of these things, which are just like stoppers for this, which had the other two plates, which means that those add up exactly to one module, like one stud. And this is going to keep these plates like these are not going anywhere. That's so good. I've never thought of that. Ah, I'm sorry. Okay, let's get back to this. I'm losing my mind a bit. This is just gonna be the other side. This should go pretty quickly. Okay, you know what? This might take forever. If I'm just gonna like pause at every step of the way, I'm so glad that I'm not spoiled for this, because this has been amazing. God, is what's the set I am most proud of? Proud is like a proud is a weird emotion. Um, Very often the emotion that I feel when I finish a project isn't pride, but more like relief, right? That like I'm able to meet the standards that I set for myself, right? I and very often the like like I meet what I think of as like bare minimum for it to be a viable project that I feel okay about putting out and not feel like ashamed. And so like very often like the image of the project that I have in my head is much better than the project that I eventually put out, right? But the project I eventually put out is good enough that I feel okay about putting it out. So very often I don't feel pride, and I feel like relief. uh, and so yeah, it's difficult for me to feel like, oh, I'm proud of this. Because very often like a project is done when I've given up enough that like it's done. Um, huh. Oh my god. Okay, these also kind of lined up. I wonder if they will get used later, because I think technically they're not supposed to. This is like an illegal. These are slightly pushed up compared to, but like maybe these are slightly offset up as well. Lego gaps are a weird, funky thing. How do you feel about Lego making mechs across every theme? And how would you feel if Lego barely made mechs? I'm happy for Lego to make mechs, like all the mechs. I know that a lot of people feel like mech fatigued. I don't, because I just I love mechs, and like more than just Lego mechs. I like, look at that, like like mech is my life. um, I would hope that they have a sort of like sustainable rhythm and don't overreach, right? But like I feel like there's like a great variety of things that they can do with mech. Like they can make like mechs of different size and shapes and proportions and price points, right? Like I like mechs. The thing that I'm excited about is that I feel like if we have more money, I would love to see more pieces, right? I would love to see like new joints, more developed joints, stronger joints in a tighter space, right? Is what I want to see. Um, yeah, but like I don't care much for building. I know a lot of people love like like building. It's not my cup of tea. It's not for me. Um, yeah. So as far as that go, like yeah, bring them on. Like make as many mechs as possible. Oh, there goes Mark 7. Mark 7 keeps falling on his face. I'm very worried for Mark 7. I'm gonna lie Mark 7 down. Uh, right there. So I don't want another uh, shelf fall. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Did I do something wrong here? Okay. Oh, this came off. Alright, let me take this apart. This, make sure that everything works. And then we can put it back on. Alright. This goes down, and go up, and down, and up. Alright, so everything's working. At this side. Oh, this is that. Okay, alright, I can see now. Alright, so where do you want this to be? Doesn't show. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, alright. Oh, I can see how that can get like misaligned. Alright, and then you want this to be inside. Alright, but if you were me and playing with it, this will get caught like on that side. Alright, I would have loved a caution. Ah, okay. But it's fine, it's great. It's going well. Just like a sort of like diagram to make sure that everything's aligned before I put this on. Alright, it should work now. Yep. Beautiful. Fantastic. Oh god. I need to take a class in like mechanical engineering. Like I really wanna learn how to do this stuff. And it's just like yeah, there's only so much you can learn from observation. Sometimes you kinda just need a class. Okay. Only thing I wish with Lego is that they would make it less expensive. It seemed to cost way too much more than they should. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that can be done about that. To be honest, I hope that. I mean, Lego are making like smaller sets, or like like a wide portfolio of sets. The reality of things is just that I think things are just gonna get more expensive, um, which is unfortunate because I would like things to be sustainable. Um, yeah, I hope they figure something out. Mm. I think the newish unbendable joints are kind of a curse for future mechs. I like that we have them, but I'm not a fan of how they are. The new to go. Oh, the new go to. Um, I have complicated feelings about that. I feel like those can work if they work well. And we've had versions of those like before, just less efficient. We've had like those like 45-degree angle, like 1x4 with another 1x4 with two bridge between them. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Maybe they don't. Okay, we've had that before, and I think that I want them to be used better. Um, is what I feel. My feelings is that the new small-ish mechs, like medium-sized mechs, have they hold their swords and hammer like perpendicular to the forearm, and like with a 45-degree unbendable angle, and no wrist joints of any sort. It looks really awkward trying to sort of like slash or slam down the hammer, and so like I want them to like figure something out regarding that. Um, but yeah, I think they can be used well. I'm excited to see how the climbing mech works out, and I kind of think that like if you're going to not have like movable legs anyways, like having them be sort of like digitigrades, like they're um, like 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 hind legs of animals, like Protoss legs, um, with just hips and ankles. I think that looks dynamic enough, and a 45-degree angle in there somewhere is really useful. Um, yeah, but we'll see how it goes. And those joints are surprisingly versatile. Um, like I said, I think earlier in the stream, I'm surprised by how much stuff I'm able to do with them. Um, like with just like the small mechs. Like I really thought that I exhausted what I want. Like I basically exhausted what I wanted to do with them like last year, but I keep finding more ways to use those bricks. Mm. What set are you hoping Lego make in the future? I have no particular thing in my wish list. There are pieces I hope they make. But as far as sets go, I hope they make sets that are convenient for me. And or I hope that I get hired. um, let me see. I probably should try to think of a better answer for that. Hmm. What sets do I hope? I mean, I would love like a dedicated mech theme. But it looks like we might get that. Hmm. For some reason, I just thought of a Thanos bust. Yeah, I think I think we can do like a Thanos bust, like a half bust, like head, two arms. All right. I think those might sell. And I still have plans for that, like Black Panther. I do want to try to see if I can make like a nice like head and two arms bust. Um, yeah, and like the scale's already been decided for me as well, which is just like the helmet scale. Alright. I've been talking a lot. I'm thirsty. Give me a moment. Let me have a swig of a water. Where's my water? Oh, the water's underneath my feet. Alright. Mm. Okay. Oh, this is fiddly. I really should have put these axles in first. Alright. These axles in. Have you designed any vehicles or build it? I have. Kind of. I made that semi truck. There's like a Speed Champion semi truck. That like there's like the Corvette 2-pack. I made that into a semi truck. All right. Handle. I don't know about this. This feels kind of flimsy. But maybe they found that in normal play it doesn't really interfere with the like it doesn't come apart in normal play, and so they feel like it's okay. So, all right, that okay. 2 bricks. Do that. need to start like I need to stop skipping steps. I keep doing this, and like every now and then I'd make like I'd skip a step that's like really important, and I have to backtrack a bunch. Is Lego popular in Singapore? Are there brick conventions or Lego stores? There are sometimes, but like I'm kind of like out of touch with like the broader Singapore community. I sometimes catch it, but I think a lot of like the announcements and communities are on Facebook, and I am not on Facebook. Or like at least I don't really like I don't really check in Facebook very often. And sometimes I I would see, oh look, other builders are like exhibiting things at like everybody's like coming to a place to exhibit a thing. I was like, oh, I didn't even know this was happening. And then like sort of hastily message the event organizer of like, hey, you still have space. I think it is pretty popular in Singapore because like I think Lego prices are pretty good in Singapore. Um, all things considered, it's not like U.S. good, but nowhere is U.S. good. Uh, except maybe Korea. But yeah. I wish there was more like I wish there were more like sort of like big like international conventions in uh, in Singapore. I would love to meet more people, and like I don't have like I have a Vietnamese passport. It's kind of like difficult for me to get around, and I always get like sort of like uh, when I see people attend other conventions, I always feel like I wish I could be there. But yeah, it is what it is. What are your thoughts on Lego Endgame Iron Man Armory? I'm trying to collect every Iron Man figure. I just bought the Silver Centaurian. I think it's fine. Um, as far as these things go, I feel like if the uh we're I think that I don't know. I'm a bit of a Lego apologist. I kind of think that like if it's going to be expensive to get the minifigures anyways, I would like that savings to I mean I would like that money to go to Lego instead of like resellers. So like if resellers are going to price them like with with uh with 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 a markup for their desirability anyways, I feel like so you might as well like mark it into the official price. Um, yeah, so that's my feeling about that. Um, mm, this is going to oh, this is going to be pushed up. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I was playing with the functions for a little bit. What's your least favorite set you've ever seen? I hate those Fran's animal cute faces. They're so bad. I think they're fine. It is um I what? Hmm. Oh, okay. I actually do have an answer for this. I think my least favorite set, a set that I actively dislike, is the everybody's gonna disagree with me on this. Is the Infinity War Hulkbuster that they did recently, like the small one. It was kind of bizarre to me to see everybody going like, "Oh my god, the a $50 set is better than a $300 set or whatever." Like, no, it isn't. I guess it's like it's cheaper, right? And like if you are unfamiliar with the designs, here's the thing. I feel like Lego's been at least like okay. There's a particular designer who made these, and I feel like he's been pretty good at making mechs that just look good like independently. If you don't know the design or is unfamiliar with it, and just know it passingly, that he does a really good job at sort of like capturing their essence, right, without like literally replicating them, like in the price point that he's given, and make a good robot out of context, right? Like if you know nothing about the Hulkbuster and you look at that, that still looks like a cool robot. I do not think that Infinity War Hulkbuster looked like a cool robot. I built it on stream, and I feel like there are certain sort of like design decisions on that thing that made it sort of unstable in ways that I just cannot deal with. It makes me unhappy. Like everybody loves it. Like, all right, okay. I guess that for a lot of people, it does capture like the essence of that design, like the very unique way that the chest is like um, uh, built. But I feel like it's yeah. I just didn't like it. I think it looked weird. I feel like just as like a just Lego. I think there's like an in-house sort of directive of like prioritizing interesting brick use over like slavish accuracy, which for the most part I think works out and makes for like interesting building experience and generally sets that I love. In that particular case, I don't think it did. So yeah, you win some, you lose some, and I feel like, at least for me, I really didn't like that set. But hey, everybody loved it, and it's bizarre to me from when people compare it to the big set because I feel like they made the exact same. Like I feel like they had the exact same problems, the big set and the small set. Um, I think at some point it just became like everybody just like, oh, this is an okay set to hate, and everybody jumped on the bandwagon. Um, yeah. Mm. Whereas I feel like that big set is like kind of fascinating, uh, and interesting, if not beautiful. All right. Okay. My brother has that set. Bending the waist feels a little bit like it's about to break, and it's on a Technic bar, and don't really know the name, but it's shaped like this. Yeah, there are design decisions on that thing that I really didn't like. Uh, but other than that, I usually think that they hit the mark pretty good most of the time. Um, I can usually see what they were going for, or like why a thing is a certain way, or the compromises they were making, right? Um, yeah. Where do you want me to put this? Right there. Okay, I can do that. This, this, and this. all right, it is what it is. I'm sure they tested it out. There are sort of like sometimes there are sort of like Lego mechanisms that depends on a sort of slack in the bricks. Um, and yeah, it's. I always feel like, well, I didn't know you were allowed to do that, but I'm sure there has been extensive testing to figure out what is and isn't stressful for the bricks to do. Um, okay. What's your favorite era of Lego in your life? This one. I think Lego just kind of. I think Lego gets better, and yeah, I feel like Lego gets better every year, at least for me. Um, Maybe not better every year, but like um, there's a general upward trend. There was a time when like I was sort of not following news as closely as I do now. Uh, but that's mostly, you know, I was. Oh God, I missed the thing. I did. Ah, Wong. Oh no. Okay, it's not too bad. Is there a version of the War Machine from a particular movie you think looks the best? I'm a fan of the one from Iron Man 2. Uh, I think 43 suit was a great choice for your Iron Man build. Oh, thank you. I also love the 43 a lot. I think that I'm going to agree with you. Uh, that the Iron Man 2 War Machine is somehow still the best War Machine. That's still somehow my favorite. Um, the the other ones kind of blend in my head. I really love the Iron Patriot, but mostly because I really love that color scheme. I think it looked fantastic. The War Machine Mark II I kind of don't care about. Making it like just like dark gray makes it super boring for me. I was like, whatever. Uh, very exciting. All right. Okay. As far as Iron Man armor goes, um, I of the first seven, I like seven the best. And then between 43, 43, 45, 46, I like 45 the least. 43 and 46, it's interchangeable for me. Like it depends on what day you're asking me. Um, yeah, and between 50 and 85, I like 85 more. Mm. I agree. I also like War Machine from Iron Man 2. Oh my, Lego should make a War Machine Iron Patriot buildable figure similar to the Mark 43 figure. I agree. I would jump on those immediately when they happen. There's a lot of like projects where it's like, oh, I'll wait and see. But like, if they make those, I won't be able to resist. And like, if there are no opportunities, I'll just make like, I'll just make unconstrained builds of those. The thing is that I'm in a position now where even if I make unconstrained builds, people are going to ask me if it's an alt build, and just for my own sanity, I don't want to have to answer those questions like, 1,000 times. Oh, I built it on the wrong side. All right, okay. Okay, fantastic. Nice. It's just like little moments like this where I feel like, oh, just that's genius. That feels wonderful. Ah, so good. I would have done something dumb, like try to build in like a bracket or something, or like just attach it from this top bracket, and maybe have like a bottom bracket from here. But a bottom bracket wouldn't work because it would have like a stud. So I might like just have like a bracket from the bottom. But this is I want to see where this goes. I'm not sure if any of that was on screen. Alright. Number 4. Alright, we're not even halfway done. How long have I been going? I've been going for over an hour. Alright. We're gonna finish this in like 2.5 hours, I think. I might take a break after this bag. And then after the break, I'll see how I feel. I might finish the rest of this like off stream. Remember to stay hydrated, guys. Okay. Let's go. I need to figure out like a multi-camera setup. I feel like my setup's still kind of janky. Yeah. I like. Should I say this? I don't want to film my face. I still don't think that that's gonna happen anytime soon. But I would like to have like a camera that's far away and a camera that's closer. And I kind of have the computer to run OBS now, so I really don't have a lot of excuse to not do this anymore. I kind of do want to stream more often. I remember like being like very. I was like sort of dragging my feet on the Nia project, and as much as an unpleasant of an experience that was, I still think that really helped me like finish that project like in time. Not in time per se, because there was no deadline, but just like, you know, as quickly as I did. I definitely would have taken longer if I hadn't streamed the majority of that project. And it's nice to have like a routine of just wake up, turn on the stream, and it's like it's kind of a way to formalize like the thing that I sometimes do anyway of like starting a timer, but instead of starting a timer, you know, start a stream, which is its own kind of timer, I guess. And then I can like relax for the rest of the day, feeling like I've done enough work, and not feel kind of antsy the whole day, of feeling like I really should work, and then when I sit down to try to work, and then I don't work. Right. I have thought about the possibility of sort of like starting like silent streams where I'm just working alone and it's unlisted, and then it just, you know, quietly goes into the playlist. But I've just not done it. It's never felt like doing it, but maybe I should do that. Have you ever tried building a tiny mech, just a little bigger than a minifigure? Okay. Not really. I feel like at that scale you need to make compromises that I'm unwilling to make. I've seen like really impressive stuff from what's his name? Mindbender? But it's not a scale that I want to work with. I feel like you can make really impressive things in those scales, but it comes with too many disclaimers, right? On the side of like, you know, it is what it is. Like, know that it is what it is, and have like be careful when you handle it. Or, okay, here's the thing. I'm thinking of like the Transformers builder, like Arno Billis and Student Scissors, but those things are not small. They're actually really big. They're smaller than what I do, but they're surprisingly big. And I feel like if you're not gonna get the joy of like having a tiny thing anyways, I am resistant to. I mean, it's a personal preference thing. I just, yeah. Okay. Yeah. what's the smallest thing I ever made? I think the smallest mech I've ever made is probably the Mini Hopbuster or Reinhardt. I think Mini Hopbuster was smaller than Reinhardt. I like that thing. But like, I really didn't like that I had to use like the pneumatic T. I know that a lot of people really love using pneumatic T. They find that it's very versatile. I feel like for my personal sensibilities, I don't like how like uh, I feel like it's not secure enough for my liking when you use like a pneumatic T. You're always going to have to like um, rely on connections that are a little I don't know, either illegal or flimsy, right? Like there's a way to like put a lot of friction into that, but I feel like it's kind of like illegal sometimes. Yeah, I like the constraints that I have. I'm going to have to go. All right. Good night, Eastbrick. Take care. Have you done other sets designed by Mike Psyche? I've been loving the building experience of several of his sets so far. So far, I've done the Saturn V rocket, Orchid, and Galaxy Explorer. He did the Orchid? I didn't realize Orchid was one of his. Galaxy Explorer is fantastic, although I will say that it looks great. I expected things to be less arbitrary. Like the solutions that he came to with that set, they work well. Um, and whatever works works. I didn't realize that it was as arbitrary as it was going to be. Like for like the leading edge of the wing. Is that what that's called? Anyways, I built the Mustang. I think that thing was fantastic. Um, yeah, Mike is incredible. Um, I actually, now that I think about it, don't get to build a lot of his stuff, because they're usually gigantic, and I have, well, maybe gigantic is the wrong word, but like, well, there was the Titanic, and like, I don't have space for the Titanic. That thing is like as big as like um, a human child. Um, the I really want to see if I can track down that really old creator jet fighter that he made. That thing looks incredible, but it's kind of an older set now, so it's kind of difficult to track down. Um, or I would love to track down like the Beetle, like the Volkswagen Beetle that he made. That thing looks really good as well. Right, where does this go? Right. Steering functions on it looks pretty sweet. It really is. Um, I remember seeing this set revealed for the first time, feeling like, yeah, all right. So that's what he's been working on this whole time. Because I feel like it's been a while since we have like a big like Mike Psyche project. And I was wondering, because like for several, like he hasn't worked on the last several uh, creator cars, like the Icons car, um, creator expert cars, like whatever you want to call them. So I feel like, all right, he must be doing something else. And now we know he's been working on this. Oh god. I have this like feeling now when like um, new Lego sets get announced of feeling really excited, but also slightly demoralized. Of like, oh god, this is amazing, and like internally comparing it to my own stuff and feeling kind of inadequate. Which I know, like, that it's both not unusual and also like it goes away and stuff. But yeah, it's so weird now. Whenever like there's a big like Lego announcement, and I feel like, oh god, what am I even doing here? But at the same time, being like super excited for like the new sets, because I really love this stuff. Mm. Okay. All right. Okay. Mm. Ah, nice. Okay. I'm curious to see why he chose different methods to secure this in place. Why didn't he just do the same thing as the other side? I'm gonna guess that like they have different strengths, but like okay. Alright, maybe once I build it, it will make sense. Oh, okay. Oh, you could have used. Oh, okay. Hmm. All right. Okay. That's pretty cool. All right. Let me just finish building this, and then I will explain what the hell is going on, because this is the stuff. Yeah. All right. Okay. Also, all right. Is the right spot for this? No, it isn't. You numpty. All right. This here. I think this here. All right. So, oh god, this is so cool. Uh, all right. Oh god, I'm so excited to show you what the hell is going on here, because it's kind of really cool. It's like it's subtle touches like this that makes me think, like, yeah, like they really are like on another level. Um. So, all right, we're here. All right. So you want this mechanism to have friction. You don't want it to be frictionless, right? So you want it to be pinned, right? If you make this whole armatures in pins on both sides, it's going to be really easy to just like disengage it here, right? So instead, you use this. So this keeps it together this way and this way, so it doesn't come apart, and this gives it holes so that it can have friction. That's so good. Uh, Yo man, you've got nothing to worry about. I've literally bought sets I've never considered buying until I saw your old build. I wonder if Lego is aware of how much you helped raise their sales. I think at the very least with the Hulkbuster, I think somebody must be like there are like Lego designers who follow me on like Instagram and stuff. Someone is definitely aware of me, like my existence. Um, but like um, yeah. Ooh, cool. All right, so this is I'm gonna guess how the wings attach. Ooh. Huh. I don't know why. Okay. Alright, cool. I guess that's just a way to put a bar there and having it be super secure. That's kind of clever. Oh, and also having it, it can go up and out as this thing flaps. But it doesn't really even get to. I guess this touches? Not really. I guess play is good. We'll see if. But like this looks like these studs will line up. So, yeah. As far as like me helping Lego sales go, I feel like I don't know if I'm just being paranoid. I probably am just being paranoid, but like I can see how that might not necessarily be looked on favorably. Uh, and like uh, I kind of think that like how should I say this? Like I'm really okay. Maybe I will say that I'm proud. I'm really proud of what I made, but they are what they are, and they have like sort of like they have issues with them. They have like compromise like particular compromises that I make. Like I optimize my stuff for a particular thing, and like Lego designers optimize their stuff like differently. And I don't like and the sort of like public reception to my stuff uh, compared to Lego, I think can sometimes be a bit unfair. Uh, and so I don't know how Lego feels about that. Alright. I say Lego, right? Like there's like two separate things going on here. There's like the machinery that is Lego, and then there are like the individual designers themselves. And yeah, I hope, you know, I hope that the things that I do are looked on favorably. Um, yeah. Oh, okay. Here it is. Alright. think I think I might end the stream after I finish this bag. I feel like we're hitting like diminishing returns on stream time, and I am very hungry. I might return after lunch. I might not. Um, but we'll see. Okay. What do you want me to do? All right. Oh, okay. So this is this is the wing mechanism. Okay. Cool. This is slightly scary. Ensure that the wings. The spring ensures that the spring retains proper tension both when folded and extended. Alright. Let's put it in place. Oh, that's so good. That is incredible. Okay, so the string's not really active. The spring's not really active in this position. I think it's mostly when this is pushed up. This has to be like slightly pressed. Okay. This really doesn't really do anything. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Is it? Not really. I don't think the spring is engaged at all, like when it's in this position. Alright. Here's a question. Will they make me attach all of this down? They will! Alright, okay. Guess that's one way to secure a bar. Oh god. I know that like this seems like a okay, like I kind of think that this is like an incredible feat in and of itself. The sort of like integration of technic elements and like um, systems elements. So good. I wonder if I should start like a review channel. I wonder if people would care about that. That seems like a lot more work, and like maybe not the best use of my time because there are so many review channels out there, and I'm kind of a slower builder. But I would love to like become a faster builder and free my time up to do like more reviews. Or maybe if I can have like a setup where I can just do like sort of quick reviews, something that's not super detailed. But like I guess these streams are kind of my way of doing sort of quick reviews as I build it at the same time. I wonder if anybody uses these as review. I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess nobody watches these and thinks that it's a review. Thank you for answering all my questions and streaming your build. Super excited to build my own soon. The mocks are an inspiration to me. Take care. Oh, thanks, Garden Purchase. Oh god. Ah. Okay, let me finish building the Duke. Oh god, I really hope that this isn't like I didn't forget to put a pin somewhere. Ah. Oh no. You just give like extra pins of every bag now? Oh god. Okay. I see an error. Oh please, 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 please be easy to fix. This is not gonna be easy to fix. This is gonna be a nightmare. Alright. Alright, I need to fix this. Okay. Just take this out. Okay, that was dumb decision. Alright. I'll fix this after lunch. How much did you pay for that set? I don't know, 200 plus, like Singaporean? Okay. There are like 6 of you here. Alright, I'm going to end the stream here. I'll be back, probably, maybe not. Every time I say I'll be back after lunch, I haven't been. But maybe today I actually will be. Okay. Oh, alright, wait. Let me set this to private first. Alright, okay. I am going to go for lunch. And then afterwards, I'll probably be back. Maybe. Alright. Take care, everyone.